Hello friends, myself Mr. Kale Prasad Anil, lecturer at Mula Education Society's Mula Rural Institute of Pharmacy, Sonai. Today we will going to discuss quantitative analysis. In this chapter, we have to study about analysis, qualitative analysis, quantitative analysis. In that we have to study about volumetric analysis, gravimetric analysis, instrumental analysis, and gasometric analysis. So, first of all, we will start with the introduction of quantitative analysis. As we have seen in the official monograph for pharmaceuticals and formulations include various standards such as physical constant, identification test, limit test for its standardization. One of the very important standard is of course the quantitative assay, which is based upon the various methods of quantitative analysis. Before going into quantitative analysis, we should know what analysis and analytical chemistry is. The analytical chemistry is one of the branches of chemistry dealing with the analysis of substances. It consists of two branches. First one, qualitative analysis, which covers the detection and identification of the constituent of the sample. The inorganic samples can be analyzed by analysis of cations and anions. The organic samples can be analyzed by the analysis of elements, then functional groups, and then by determining physical constant, the identification of the sample can be possible. And second one, quantitative analysis deals with the determination of exact quantity of pure constituent present in a sample or a mixture of substances. Quantitative analysis is concerned with the determination of how much of a particular constituent is present in a sample. Quantitative analysis is carried out by the following methods. First one, volumetric analysis. Second one, gravimetric analysis. Third one, instrumental analysis. And fourth one, gasometric analysis. Another classification of the quantitative analysis may be based upon the size of the sample utilized for analysis. They are roughly divided as follows. First one, macro analysis, where sample of more than 0.1 gram. Then second one, semi-micro analysis, where 10 to 100 milligram of a sample. Then third one, micro analysis, where 1 to 10 milligram of samples. And fourth one, ultra micro analysis, where samples of the order of micrograms. So we will study about volumetric analysis. Volumetric or titrimetric involves the determination of volume of standard solution that reacts quantitatively and completely with the solution of the substance to be determined. Some terms must be known before studying the volumetric analysis, and they are: first one, titrate. The substance to be determined is called as titrate. Then second one, titrant. The substance of known concentration is called the titrant. Then third one, titration. The process of determining the volume is called as titration. Then fourth one, endpoint. The point at which the reaction is complete is called the endpoint. The next term, that is indicator. Some auxiliary substance that is used to detect the endpoint of the titration is called as the indicator. The next one, standard solution. The solution of known concentration is known as the standard solution. Then next point we have to study about concentration systems. In volumetric analysis, the various concentration terms are used. Normality and molarity are most frequently used terms to express the concentration. Percentage strengths are also utilized for expressing the concentration. First term, that is molarity. It can be defined as the number of moles of solute present in 1 liter of the solution. It is represented by capital M. The next one, normality. It is the number of gram equivalent of a solute present in 1 liter of solution. It is represented by capital N. Then third one, weight percent. This system specifies the number of grams of solute per 100 grams of solution. The next one, molality. The molality of a solution is given by the number of moles of solute per 1000 gram of solvent. It is represented by small m. The next one, titer. It has reference not to the concentration of the solute in the solution but to the weight of some particular substance with which the solute in 1 ml of the solution will react. The next term, parts per million, that is ppm. This system specifies the number of parts of one component in 1 million parts of a mixture. The next one, standardization. For the successful volumetric analysis, a titrant is necessary, that is standard solution. If very pure reagent is available, then the concentration is assumed on theoretical basis. But the titrant is standardized against some primary standard substance. The primary standard substance is a pure substance of a very high stability. Example, for standardization of sodium hydroxide, oxalic acid, succinic acid, benzoic acid are used as the primary standard. The next one term, equivalent weight. It is defined as the weight of the substance that reacts or contains 1.008 gram of hydrogen or 8.0 gram of oxygen or 35.5 gram of chlorine. Example, hydrochloric acid contains equivalent of 1.008 gram hydrogen and its equivalent is 36.5 gram of HCl. Hence, equivalent weight of it is 36.5. Similarly, equivalent weight of sodium hydroxide is 40. The reaction must satisfy certain requirements before it can be used in volumetric analysis. They are: first point, the reaction must proceed according to the definite chemical equation. Second point, the reaction should proceed to completion at the equivalence point. Third one, a suitable indicator must be available for detection of the end point. Fourth one, the reaction must be rapid, that is, the reaction should be instantaneous. The next one, classification. Volumetric or titrimetric analysis is conveniently classified into 5 branches depending upon the chemical reaction involved. They are as follows. First one, acid-base titrations. When the neutralization reaction is involved, then the titration is called as acid-base or neutralization titration. Example, NaOH plus HCl, which gives NaCl plus H2O. Then second one, redox titration. Chemical reactions involving oxidation reduction are widely used to analyze the various samples. 10 FeSO4 plus twice KMnO4 plus 8 H2SO4, which gives 5 Fe2SO43 plus K2SO4 plus twice MnSO4 plus 8H2O. Then third one, precipitation titration. Formation of the precipitate is the reaction involved. Precipitation of silver cation with halide is widely used in this analysis. Example, AgNO3 plus NaCl which gives AgCl plus NaNO3. Then fourth one, complexometric titration. When formation of stable complex is the reaction involved, certain organic reagents such as ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid form a stable complex with various metal ions and are thus used for analysis of these metal ions. The next one, non-aqueous titrations. These titrations are when the reaction takes place in non-aqueous solvent, that is organic solvents. This is mainly used for analysis for very weak acids and bases. The next one, quantitative assays. The estimation of the potency of active principle in the unit quantity of medicinal compound or a medicinal preparation is called as an assay. It is also known as the determination of percentage purity of the medicinal compound. There are three types of assays. First one, chemical assay, second one, biological assay, and third one, immunological assay. Chemical assay involves various methods such as volumetric and gravimetric analysis. Then we have to study about acid-base titrations. These titrations involve the neutralization reaction between acid and base, forming salt and water with water as a medium for the reaction. Example, H plus OH minus which gives H2O. Here, the acids may be defined as the substances which when dissolved in water undergo dissociation forming H+, while the base as the substance which when dissolved in water gives OH-. Commonly used acid in these titrations are hydrochloric acid and sulfuric acid, and bases sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide and sodium carbonate. For the detection of endpoint in these titrations, indicators are used. These indicators called as acid-base indicators. These are used in a very small quantity. These indicators are generally organic dyes which show a different colors in dissociated and undissociated form. This color change for indicators in mainly based on pH of the reaction solution. Example, phenolphthalein, methyl orange, methyl red, phenol red are the different indicators which are used. First compound, sodium bicarbonate. Usually we called it as a baking powder. It is based on acidimetry. It is assayed by titrating directly the accurately weighed sample in an aqueous solution against standard acid by using methyl orange as an indicator. Procedure: weigh accurately about 1 gram and dissolve 20 ml of water and then titrate with 0.5 normal sulfuric acid using solution of a methyl orange as an indicator. Then second one, boric acid. Usually we called it as a boracic acid. It is assayed by alkalimetric method. Being a weak acid, it cannot be titrated directly with standard alkalis, but it acts as a strong monobasic acid when dissolved in glycerin water mixture and cannot be titrated with standard alkali using phenolphthalein as an indicator. Then procedure: weigh about 2 gram of a sample, dissolve in a mixture of 50 ml water and 100 ml of glycerin previously neutralized to solution of phenolphthalein and titrate with 1 normal sodium hydroxide using the solution of phenolphthalein as an indicator. Then third one, ammoniated mercury. Usually we called it as a aminochloride of mercury. It is based upon acid-base titration. The sample is dissolved in a solution of potassium iodide. The precipitate of HgI2 dissolves in excess of potassium iodide with the liberation of equivalent amount of alkalis as ammonia and potassium hydroxide, which are titrated against standard hydrochloric acid using methyl orange as an indicator. Procedure: weigh accurately about 0.25 gram and transferred to a stoppered flask containing 50 ml of water and 3 gram of potassium iodide, shaking occasionally till it dissolves. The liberated alkali is titrated against 0.1 normal hydrochloric acid using methyl orange as an indicator. Then fourth one, ammonium chloride. So this assay is based on the acid-base titration. The next point, redox titration. Oxidation reduction reactions are used in volumetric determinations. Oxidation reaction is the reaction where addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen takes place. While in reduction, there will be addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen. The various oxidizing agents are employed in the reaction, and depending upon the agents used, they are classified into permanganate titrations, second one dichromate titration, third one iodine titration, and fourth one stereometry. So first one, permanganate titration. When potassium permanganate is used as an oxidizing agent in volumetric reaction, it is called as permanganate titration. The equation is twice KMnO4 plus thrice H2SO4, which gives K2SO4 plus twice MnSO4 plus thrice H2O plus 5O. Potassium permanganate is act as a self indicator.